Maddi, allied agility, won on debut. Just take us through that performance.
Yeah, no, it was a good performance. He done what I expected him to do, and I think also Ricky what he expected him to do. His trials were nice. And he done nothing wrong. He was very professional on debut. He handled the wet track well. I'm sure he'll be better on a nicer track. And looking forward to Sunday. He's got a nice draw and the right horse is drawn around him, so fingers crossed.
He looked like he wanted to over-race a bit at times last time out. Would you prefer him to settle a bit more in the run?
Yeah, I think that was, he's got a lot of natural speed. I do think he'll stay 1200 later on. I just think he's quite a nice horse. But listen, I think the more racing he gets, and I think there are better horses drawn around him this time, and we might be able to even take a lead. So he's very versatile. He led on a few barrier trials and done nothing wrong. And yeah, let's see. He's a versatile horse, and I'm not over bothered about that. I think he'll relax if I want him to relax.
There's 6 newcomers in the race. The fact that he's got that previous race day experience, how much of an advantage is that going to be?
Yeah, listen, I rode him in the mornings since his last run. He feels good. Feels like he's come on from his last run, but he needs to. He's got +7. He carries top weight. But as I say, Zach rides a horse for Chris Soule that's been trialling nice, Zach's on him, so that's not a plus for me. It's a plus for him. But no, listen, Neil Callan rides a horse for Casper that's been trialling beside mine. Obviously, I've carried more weight. He's dropped a few points. I've gone up the weights. He has to improve. I think he has, and as I say, I couldn't be happier with me draw or the people drawn beside me to follow.
Deston Pull started to find some form at his last couple of starts.
Yeah, look, he generally races up to his barrier draw. If he draws wide, it's difficult for him. He draws a good gate. It's much more in his favour. So he's come up with a good gate this time, and I expect him to be pretty competitive.
He's only a one-time winner, but when he gets things right, he's pretty competitive, isn't he?
Yeah, he's run a lot of placings, and he's been pretty consistent throughout his career. But he certainly deserves another one.
You look at his last couple of runs, runner-up both on a good to firm and a good to yielding track. Preference-wise for him, would you like a bit of give, or can he handle any conditions?
I think a little bit of give would help him and most horses at this stage of the season. So if the rain continues, I don't think it'll be too bad for him.
Overall, what do you sort of make of his chances for Sunday?
Yeah, nice draw, should get a nice run, 5th to 6th. I think he'd be very competitive.
Paul, band of brothers, his winning streak might have come to an end last time out. What were your thoughts on that run, though?
I think he just wanted to go a little bit further. Zach said he was niggling at him the whole way, and sort of took a bit of the kick out of his sprint at the end. But up to 1,600 metres, I think it should be ideal for him.
What about the gate?
Yeah, it's Zach's problem, not mine. But he'll have a look through the field. I think he can go forward or go back. Just depend on the speed in the race.
When you look at him, doesn't necessarily have the best turn of foot, but he keeps on coming, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, he's very lightly raced, and you might find he'll sprint a little bit better over further, and the mile should be ideal for him.
As a horse to train, he's in his first campaign. What's he like to handle, Paul?
Oh, he's a lovely horse to do anything with. He's just come here and looked around the place and said, I like it, which is good. So, but I think he could develop into a nice horse next season.
What's the plan after Sunday? Would you press on, or would he like a break, do you think, after this race?
Yeah, that'll be it for the season. We've had 4 runs, so nice introduction to Hong Kong. And get a well-earned rest and then come back and do it all again.
Frankie, 2 runners on the Lion Rock Trophy coming up on Sunday. Start off with Simply Brilliant. Nice run behind Beauty Generation last time.
Yeah, nice one. The horse, I think he's a very consistent horse, and only one thing is carry big weight.
You haven't given him a trial since that last run. Have you tried to go into this race fresh?
Yes, that's why I just want to make him fresh, because 1,600 look like a little bit short for him. That's why I just no trial for him.
Are you happy with his condition going into the race?
Yeah, he's very good form.
And what about Mission Tycoon? Second behind good standing last time out. He's a very consistent horse.
Yes, this one also. Last time he got an outside draw, and then he tried to. I think he used a lot of energy in front, so that's why he the last 200 just a little bit slowly. And 1,600, I think he's also his best distance.
And he's drawn well this time. We've seen him race up on the speed generally. Does he have to lead, Frankie, or can he take a sit behind them?
I think maybe he just. I think that a carrying star should be lead in front. Maybe just similar to last time. classic mile.
Who's the pick of the two horses in this race, Frankie?
I think it should be Simple Brilliant. It's look like a little bit better.
He's performed well at Group 1 level this season. Going into next season, could he be a Group 1 horse, do you think? Is there still improvement to come, or has he got to his best, do you think?
I think he look like still can improve, but how much, I don't know. To see next season.
Grand Flying Thunder, some win from him last time.
Yeah, it was a very good win last time from him. Gave me quite a decent field. The coming Sunday, he's got a bit of a tricky draw, and look, I just have to get him in a half decent position where he's travelling comfortably, and I'm sure he'll finish the race off again. Yeah.
And with a half decent position in the run too, do you want to do whatever you can to make sure you use that asset of his turn of foot that he showed last time?
I would think so. Look, his runs prior to that, maybe he's not a horse that likes to be bustled early, so I rode him. I just rode him a little bit more quiet, and yeah, I seem to use that his turn of foot to a good advantage. So I'll be trying to do the same thing, but hopefully I'm not way out of my ground and in a position where I can still make it up.
You've ridden him in a barrier trial since then on the dirt. How was that trial?
It wasn't too bad. If he finished nice, he finished his shot off quite nicely in second. Yeah, I was really happy with him. But it is a bit also on the turf, so yeah, going into the race, I'm pretty confident. It's just obviously the draw I'm concerned.
You take on the likes of Refined Treasure and Raging Storm as well. He's got the extra weight to carry. Apart from the draw, what are your confidence levels like going into it?
Look, the field that gave me last time was decent, so I'm quite confident until I saw the draw. But look, his turn of foot is good, so I'll be using that to his advantage.